Huskers head coach Matt Rhule talked about a variety of topics Tuesday here at Big Ten Media Days in Las Vegas, including responding to the comments of former head coach Scott Frost, who said, "Don't take the wrong job," when he asked what he learned about his time at Nebraska.
First of all, I have a ton of respect for Scott, and I've always been very empathetic for what he went through because, like, this was his home. You know, like, if you guys fire me tomorrow, like, I'm just going to go back to Cape May and sit on the beach and go back to where I'm from. But, like, this was his home, right? Now, I will say this. This was not a good job when I got here. Like, we were behind on NIL. The facilities weren't what they were. Everything was behind. Trev convinced me, like, hey, Matt, this is going to, by the time we get to the point where we're going to be able to pay players, like, this is the only Big Ten school with no debts. This wasn't a good job. Yeah, it was not a good job. But we've made it a good job, and we're about to make it a great job. This will be one of the best jobs in the country. And, like, that's why sometimes recruits will say, like, Coach, if you win, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm gonna stay right here. Like, you know, the only thing I ever think about is getting a lake house in one of these lakes in Nebraska I keep hearing about. I think Scott was just talking about for him. Wasn't the right fit, and I respect that, and I feel for him, and I want him to always know, like, man, like, the things he did at this school, like, I want him always to feel like he could come back and has a home there. That being said, it's the right job for me.
Year 3 of the Matt Rhule era kicks off Thursday, August 28th in Kansas City against Cincinnati. With the Huskers at Big Ten Media Days in Las Vegas, Adam Kruger, 3 News Now Sports.